how to apply, right? So there's a few different ways to apply. So one is passively, and what passively means is you're not actually going out and applying yourself, right? Maybe a recruiter finds you with a Boolean search on their recruiter platform, LinkedIn recruiter platform. Maybe you have your resume posted on a job site, or you have your own website. Maybe you have your LinkedIn updated and everything like that. That's going to be kind of the passive way to apply to jobs. And then there's the active way, which is much more fruitful. One of the ways you can actively apply is by smart outreach and networking. A warm outreach to a recruiter really makes the recruiter's job easier. A recruiter like myself, we're tasked with finding candidates on LinkedIn and presenting them to hiring managers. But if a candidate is reaching out to me, I'm going to gladly read it and see where we can fit them into the company, because our metrics are based on how many people that we hire. So definitely, if you have a warm outreach to a recruiter, it's definitely going to help there. You can use Boolean strings to find recruiters and sourcers. So let me do like a quick Boolean search here on LinkedIn. So let me pull up a LinkedIn here. So if I do, like, for example, and you'll notice a term that I'm using here. So Meta and sourcer, right? So we're looking for sourcers at Meta. And the reason why I use the word sourcer and not recruiter is because in the talent acquisition industry, sourcer is someone whose primary job function is to identify candidates. At these larger companies, the recruiters are handling more of the on-site prep, the offer negotiation, those kind of things. And the sourcer is the one who is going to, identify candidates, present them to hiring managers, and get them through the initial stages of the process. So this is a great tool to use. I just did a quick Boolean search Meta and sourcer, and you can find all these people working as sourcers at Meta, right? And so these are all great people to send a message to or send a connection to with a short personalized message, asking them about certain roles that you're interested in. And it's a great way to kind of get on their radar, and hopefully they will be able to put you in touch with the right person to start the interview process with that particular company. You can also reach out to hiring managers. You can reach out and say something like, I'm interested in applying to XYZ role. I want to get your perspective on your experience and what it takes to be successful, to really kind of start the conversation. And this kind of touches on the point where, where is a good place to find data on what the culture looks like at a particular company. And sometimes these hiring managers are a great way to connect and kind of learn a little bit more about their company and what they're working on. And also, hopefully, you get to a point where, you get a referral from them, and they can learn more about you in order to make that connection. So Siobhan asks, seems like the sourcers have LinkedIn Premium. Yes, that's correct. So usually at large companies, they will give the employees either LinkedIn Recruiter or LinkedIn Premium. Now, LinkedIn Premium is a great tool. If you have the budget for it, you can see like where you stack up in terms of applicants within LinkedIn. If you're applying to jobs through LinkedIn, they can tell you, oh, based on your profile, you're in the top 10 to 25% of applicants. So maybe you'll have a higher chance of being seen. But in terms of messaging recruiters, messaging sourcers, messaging hiring managers, you don't need a LinkedIn Premium subscription for that. LinkedIn is still basically like a professional social networking site. So very similar to Facebook, Meta, where you can message, anyone on the platform with no restrictions, right? And so Premium is a good tool to see some extra insights into the job market or where you stand as an applicant. But in terms of messaging candidates messaging sourcers and hiring managers, you shouldn't need a LinkedIn Premium for that. But it is a good tool if your budget allows to also do some extra classes on LinkedIn as well to get those certifications on your profile too. So we talked about sourcers and recruiters. Again, sourcers are the first point of contact at most large companies, so really good resource to reach out to. And then we'll talk about smart applying as well, right? Applying on LinkedIn sometimes is a really good option because not many people utilize it still. A lot of people go through the traditional way of going to the job careers page of that company and applying through that careers page. You can apply on LinkedIn to really be seen a little bit better as well, just because there are fewer people using it to actually apply to jobs. So for example, here, if I click on jobs, you can see all these jobs that are recommended for you, right? I'm a recruiter, obviously, so all of these are going to be recruiting jobs, but you can see kind of, what is available. If there's a LinkedIn Easy Apply, you can use it to actually submit your LinkedIn profile basically to your to whoever's has the job posting. So it's a really easy way to apply and be seen by companies that utilize LinkedIn more frequently, and other people don't use it as much as well. So you want to make sure that you do everything that you can to stand out as an applicant, and applying through LinkedIn is definitely one of the best ways to do that.
Want to become a software engineer at Google? You can, like thousands of our students. You just need to learn from those who've already cleared FANG interviews. At Interview Kickstart, our interview prep courses are developed and taught live by 150 plus instructors from Tier 1 companies like Google and Facebook. Our courses are tailored to help you crack software engineering domain interviews, including back-end, full stack, machine learning, embedded systems, data science, and more. To learn more, book your free webinar slot today